America is already swimming in regulations, but Obama's government overreach might soon, quite literally, be coming poolside to a town near you. All public pools nationwide have until May to install permanent ramps or wheelchair lifts to make them accessible to people with disabilities. Certainly a laudable goal, give everybody an opportunity to get in the pool. But do private enterprises, hotels, swim clubs, etc., and other public pools really need a one-size-fits-all Washington mandate to do this? Here now is Marlene Colucci from the American Hotel and Lodging Association. Marlene, the goal is laudable. Listen, you don't want to discriminate against everybody. Give everybody a chance to get in the water. Some people can only walk in the water given their disabilities. But what kind of a cost burden is this going to put on public pools to the point where some may have to shut down or charge a higher admission, thus discriminate against people that don't have the money to get in them?
Well, Brian, I think it's important to note that, certainly our industry is all about guest service and accommodation. And we want to be able to provide for our disabled guests as well as the safety of our other guests. And the costs involved here are really threefold. One, you've got the cost of the lift, which is anywhere between $5,000 and $10,000, and then to install a permanent lift, which is what this new reinterpretation of the guidelines is requiring, is anywhere between $10,000 and $15,000 because you have to do electrical grounding work. The third cost we're concerned about is, of course, the cost if you are not in compliance with this Department of Justice regulation, and that could cost you in fines up to $55,000. And yet the largest cost that we're concerned about is the cost of frivolous lawsuits. If you're not in compliance, technically in compliance with a fixed lift, by the time the deadline comes around, then you could face any kinds of numerous fines. We estimate anywhere between $4,000 and $50,000 from these frivolous lawsuits, and that's the big concern.
And I imagine that there's going to be a fleet of ambulance-chasing attorneys already lined up to go after this, right?
I think we can anticipate that. I mean, we have no idea what's out there, but we just have to protect ourselves. And we have a lot of smaller members that are very concerned about this, that have very small pools. They're unattended. They're not open year-round. And so we just are very concerned that whatever guidance is given, that it be very distinct and that we allow for flexibility. We think that the best solution is going to be to have a flexible list that you can actually share between pools and spas.
Do you believe that there will be pools that are forced to shut down or close because they simply cannot absorb or pass on the costs?
Well, it's certainly something that nobody in our interest wants to see. I mean, a pool is the best part of our property, and oftentimes that's what you're looking for as the summer approaches. But we have heard concerns, especially amongst the smaller members, that if it's the cost of litigation versus the cost of keeping a pool open, they'd rather see their pool closed rather than take that risk that they could be sued.
Marlene Colucci, thank you very much. Have a good weekend.
Thank you, Brian.
All right.
Appreciate it.